After 61 years of independence, Ghana has seen much economic and social advancement, which has been accompanied by rapid urbanization, with a growing middle class and increasing urbanization in the country. And healthy Western diet and lifestyles are contributing to the rising rates of obesity and chronic diseases like cardiovascular conditions, cancer, and diabetes. This has made exercising and fitness training very important in our lives. How fit are we as a nation, and how effective is the fitness industry in the country? To discuss these and more, I have with me Benjamin Budu-Larbi, Chief Executive Officer of Pulse Fitness Ghana, and you are watching The Hard Truth. My name is Nana Akosia Kunedu Asante Samuels. We are proudly brought to you by Dawa Industrial City and Murphy Homes. You are watching The Hard Truth, and we are proudly brought to you by Murphy Homes and Dawa Industrial City. Chief Executive Officer, Pulse Fitness Ghana, Benjamin Budu-Larbi is here. Welcome to The Hard Truth.
Thank you.
Let's look at this. Unhealthy lifestyles and eating habits are, accompanied by little or no exercising, has led to steady rise in obesity and chronic diseases like cardiovascular disease and conditions like diabetes and all of that. In your view, are we fit as a nation?
To be honest, in my opinion, we are not. And the reason why we are not is the awareness. It's now picking up. I mean, there are a lot of radio discussions, TV discussions going on, but as the individual, are we really listening? Are we making this change? So when I say that as a nation, we're really not, it's the education is not up there yet.
Do we have to wait to be educated to get healthy?
We shouldn't wait, because if we wait, it's going to kill us prematurely. And that is what is happening to us now. We can look at the corporate sector. We hear people going to the offices and some had attacks. There are statistics actually in the States which says that Monday mornings are days that people get heart attacks. Why? Because people are scared going to work. People are not looking after themselves properly. And then the ratio compared to people getting heart attacks and those who are not, it's just out. It's really big now. And looking at Ghana, the corporate guys, it's also happening. People suffering from back pains, high blood pressure, all these things are a major factor to us not being aware.
But Benji, even though many people now know and appreciate the importance of exercising regularly, they lack the commitment, time, and the effort to actually engage in exercise and activities. Now, every year I tell myself, okay, this year I'll hit the gym, and several days a week. But the commitment is quite lacking. Will it be easy to improve our fitness as a country, that being a culture together?
It is possible, and it should happen. An example, I know this lady, Zanato, she's really in favor of the ministries, even having their own fitness at work. The commitment should also come from the companies encouraging, and I can say that some of the clients that we are working with are encouraging their staff to be part of the gym, so they are paying towards that. So it's an incentive that some of these companies are giving to their staff to be part of the gym. People look at the financial aspect of it as well, and this is why some people are not really committed in joining the gym or looking after that. If you
so that financial side, let's say that is sorted. Now, so I decide I want to hit the gym, I want to be healthy. So Monday, Tuesday, or even I go 3 times when I'm super tired, I won't do it again. But I had this commitment before. I have the appetite, that's the word, to actually exercise. Somewhere along the line, I stop. Why?
Because maybe you lose motivation, and that is where we come in as Pulse Fitness to take you through a whole regime. So it's not just coming to the gym to just exercise and that's it. We'll look at your whole physical being. Now, why have you stopped coming? Is it because you hit your target? But fitness for us should be a lifestyle. It should not, it's just like taking water. You need water to live. So fitness for us is also a lifestyle that the whole physical being you have to go through. As the Bible says, beloved, I wish above all things that you will be in good health. So that is the motive and the goal behind Paul's Fitness.
So how can we cultivate the commitment and consistency needed in fitness training?
So let's say you walk into Paul's Fitness. You come in the first day, you want to join the gym. We look at your BMI, we test your body fats, we go through a diet program with you, the fitness workout that you want to also go through. Then we have a target. Now, your fitness instructor is going to work with you right from the day you walk in until you achieve your goals. Once you've achieved your goals, then we set another target for you to meet. So, and we have diverse exercises. We have what is called gym skull, which it's like a gym disco. We have like your yoga, we have boxercise. So we have all different activities to entice you and engage an individual. So you're not just bored, you come to the gym, you come and just lift weights and then you are out. So we have diverse things happening. We have salsa dance. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to make you feel that, hey, fitness is not a boring activity.
Could be interesting.
So something interesting for you to love.
But you realize in developed markets like North America and in Europe, the fitness industry make over 30 billion every year, and it is an industry that is popular in countries that, you know, with a larger middle class population, and most of it they have obesity problems. How would you again describe the fitness or the problem or the fitness industry in Ghana? Is it robust enough for some of us to join?
Yes, it's picking up. We have few fitness centers springing up here and there. But what most are also lacking is having a proper fitness instructor on site. Also, the equipment plays a major role. You could just come in, as you said, go in, buy some equipment from China or wherever and come and set up. But the equipment plays a major role. We from Paul's, our equipment are manufactured in the UK. These are also disability friendly. So you come into the gym, you want to do like pull-ups for your back. We're discussing back earlier, where you just remove the seat, which is on the equipment, and you push in your wheelchair. So we look at all these factors for Paul's. Now,
I'm talking about making returns. So 30 billion in Europe alone. How can we do same, or is it robust enough for Ghana to actually get something out of it?
Yes, it is. I was coming to that point actually. So having a state-of-the-art fitness centers will give you what you're looking for, and that is our aim. Pauls can engage with you, come in and actually look at your premises and advise you that, hey, this and this is what you need to fill out this space. You might think that this room is quite too small, but Pauls can come in and help you set up a place and even do a projection of your revenues.
So you just don't exercise. You help people set up a gym.
Exactly.
I see.
Exactly.
But joining a fitness club or gym is one of the surest way to maintain consistent in your exercise regimes and committed to achieving your fitness goal. But however, major Ghanaians or majority of us in Ghana are unable to patronize it because of the high prices or how much you charge. And there's a perception that fitness centers are making abnormal profits or when it comes to charges again. So is it true?
It is true, but we are an exception. The reason why I say that we
well,
are...
am I not surprised?
The reason why I say we are an exception is, I mean, what drove you to walk through that door the first place? So when you come in, yes, we have our tariffs, monthly, yearly, quarterly. So because we are thinking about the well-being of the individual and not necessarily just the money, because if you are healthy, that is what you add value to the society or even your workplace or your family. So we do consider some of these factors. So we do have our set prices.
Let me just ask you bluntly, how much money do you make, have you made in the industry so far?
I cannot disclose that. I cannot disclose that, but what I can tell you is it is a growing industry, and as you mentioned, 30 billion overseas. Africa per se is growing. It's growing at such a fast rate.
But what does it take to become a successful fitness entrepreneur in the country?
Your environment plays a major role. The people you're working with. Equipment do not talk back. It's humans. And customer service should be the key. So I mentioned earlier, once you walk in, your customer services start right from there until you step out. And that is, we are customer focused. That is what drives us.
But I want to know, Benji, what would you say are the important things to consider before entering into that fitness business? Because I have friends who say, I think many gyms are springing up now. I want to have like the best gym center in the country. So what should we look out for in trying to set up something like that? What would that be?
You look at your environment. It's capital intensive. Because if you want a proper industrial or commercial treadmill, that's an example.
That's super expensive when it comes to Paul. Can I disclose how much it goes for? You're talking about treadmill. I mean, why? I mean, you can go to the mall and get it for, the same treadmill anyway.
How long will it last for?
Well, you can still use it.
Well, so do you want to have a treadmill that will last for a week or two, or even let's say 3 months, and within that 3 months, every week it breaks down for you to repair? And if your treadmills are broken down and people come, what's going to do?
20,000 Ghana cedis per treadmill, or no? Is it 22 or 25? It's too much money.
In Ghana, 25,000. For what we use is actually more than that. I can say that. Yeah, but these are commercial fitness treadmills, as an example. They are built to last. Also, bear in mind that if you're with Pulse, we have on-site technicians. We take our technicians abroad to train, so then we have them ready for you. So if, let's say, you came into East Legon and you saw a treadmill broken down, within 24 hours,
it's fixed for you.
It's fixed for you.
I see.
Yeah.
But how? Let's look at the regularity in attracting customers. It's easy to attract people. Retention, it's something else. So how regular do you attract customers, and what techniques do you use to to increase your clientele?
We have a marketing team in-house who go out and get business for the company. In terms of the retention, we are working with a lot of corporate clients, and when we come to your premises, we let you become aware of the health benefits, why your staff members need to be healthy. Because if people are healthy, they're not calling in sick, so you have healthy staff. We have a periodic way of reporting to the companies. And then with this, we're giving you have a 3 months, every 3 months, we report back to the company that, hey, your staff that you sent, these are the progression. So things like this, then the companies also realize that they are not throwing their monies away. They are getting their money's worth. So in terms of losing clients, I wouldn't say it's happening to us.
But it costs about 5 times, as much to gain new customers than to keep an existing one. And customers, I said that earlier, customer retention is quite important in any fitness franchise. What is the attrition rate? Would you get a lot of clients, renewing their membership, or some going out to other gyms, but perhaps you don't have some special something that other gyms have?
Yeah, you said it right there. We have something that other gyms don't have. The minute you walk into our gyms, you're like, oh, wow, I want to stay here. And I mentioned the diversified activities that we do have. Also, we are replenishing our equipment. So you come in for a period of time, we bring in new things. Because what we want to do is hit core parts of the body. So even if it's something to do with your abs that you come in today to do, couple of months down the line, you'll come in as a new equipment which will walk you through the, hey, this one is also doing this to your part of the body. So it's more of what we are doing, the different activities, and also the replenishment of our equipment.
I see, but who would you say are the best potential customers to target? Now, we hear that women grow obese than men, so it's very normal for you to see a lot of women in the gym. Is that true?
Yes and no, because a lady coming in the gym is easily to influence their male partner to come with them, and vice versa. Yes, you tend to find more women in the gym because, you know, the women tend to also come in a group with friends, and you know, I will say this. A woman will go through childbirth. After there will be, perhaps put on, I'll be political correct on that, put on a bit of weight, and then they want to come in and shed off of that weight. So yes, you tend to find more women in the gym, but I'm also seeing a trend of the men encouraging their partners to come in.
Let me ask you, should I walk into a gym with the aim of I want to have flat stomach, I want to build my abs, I want to have a big buttocks? I mean, should that be the aim of going into a gym?
It could be your aim, and you will achieve it, but the main aim is that you want to be healthy. Is it fitness and healing?
So let's say I achieve all of that. I want a flat belly and it is done. So do I stop going to the gym?
You maintain, because your body also fluctuates. Your body grows. So you can just let yourself go, and it happens all the time. That's why people go, oh, this person lost so much weight. 6 months down the line, they put on the weight back on. Why? Because when they gained what they were looking for, they gave up. And so that is why it has to be a lifestyle. It's not just that I'm going in to get this. And I said earlier, it has to be a lifestyle. Just as your diet has to become a lifestyle. And we need to prevent sicknesses and diseases, and the health and fitness industry is really helping. So because when you look after yourself, your diet, all this plays a major role in your well-being. And that is what we do. We have dietitians on site. We have physiotherapists on site who actually engage with you and help you with your diet and with your whole physical being as well.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to The Hard Truth, and we are proudly brought to you by Murphy Homes and Dawa Industrial City. Chief Executive Officer of Pulse Fitness Ghana, Benjamin Budu-Larbi, is still here. Benjamin, give me an overview of a training program you would set for me, as a client who's strictly looking out for weight loss and toning.
Okay.
Viewers out there who have been going to the gym, I just go exercise myself. What's the plan? What plan will you give me?
You walk in the first day.
Yep.
We meet you. We look at your goals, what you're here to achieve, and then we'll put a plan together. So the plan will look at the cardiovascular training. We look at also weight training, because it should work hand in hand. So it's not just about doing like a cardio training. You should also, like tighten your arms and your tummy, as you said. You want either a 6-pack or 4-pack, whatever you want to get. Yeah. So we'll look at all these. It being like your back. So we'll do back training. We'll do shoulder. We'll look at your glutes, your thighs.
But yeah, I'm disappointed. I was expecting you to have these very nice abs and muscles. Yeah, get no below.
Do you want me to take off my shirt?
Oh my goodness, that would be bad. But really,
don't be deceived.
I shouldn't.
You shouldn't be. They're slim machos.
Oh. But what do you tell your clients who are looking for instant results? I come in, I'm like, I want to reduce, say, 10 kilos in a week. What do you tell them?
There's nothing like instant. People should get it out there. There's nothing like instant. You see all these instant lose weight. No, it's hard work. It is a mind game as well. You see, so that's I have a saying that when your heart chooses a destination, your mind will create the map to reach it. So you need to set yourself the target, as you said. So you come in, we set the targets for you. So we have 3 months or 6 months. What are you looking to achieve? Now, are you ready to put in the hard work? That is something that when people come in, it's not just coming in. Our fitness instructors actually really work the people. They really, because also it's your money you're paying for, so you need to see results.
But again, what are some of the critical challenges in the fitness industry? So I come in, what should I look out for?
It's also the rapport. For me, it's the rapport with the person that you are doing the training with. The commitment from him or herself and the commitment from you. So, I see people come into the gym, they go here, do something for a minute, then they go here, do something for a minute. No. If it's 3 sets of up training that you need to do, how many reps? So you have your card and then you're writing this, so today you're supposed to do 10 reps of 3 sets. How many did you do? So you need to push yourself. And the encouragement from, you've been through it, so you know what I'm talking about. But you've done well for yourself.
It's so painful, jeez.
But are you not happy with the results you got?
No, I've become a below again. I have to hit the gym again.
We're expecting you.
I know.
We've got new tariffs for you.
I see. But maximum health and physical fitness are best obtained through exercise designed by physical training and fitness professionals and conducted under supervision and qualified trainers who know what type of exercise is suitable for you and at what time. However, there are a lot of unqualified and inexperienced people posing as fitness professionals for their own gain and to sway customers into coming into their gym. Is there any form of regulation in your industry?
In Ghana, it's not something that I have come across yet. But what we are doing at the moment is we are putting up a school to train personal trainers, to give them that certification or that diploma, to run them through a proper setup to qualify them. So we are in the process of doing that yet, because I've not seen anything out there at the moment, other than those who have got a degree from maybe University of Legon, who have got like physical education training and that. Even yet still, it's more theoretical. It's not physical. Yeah.
So do we need like an independent entity backed by law to establish, standards of practices in the fitness industry to ensure compliance review and complaints handling procedure?
Yes, we definitely do. And as I mentioned, we are in talks with a couple of the universities to look at the curriculum and see where we could incorporate this.
Because I know South Africa has a fitness body to regulate the industry, and there is a law that is the Fitness Industry of South Africa that I think is in 2009 that regulates that. So it's about time Ghana puts something together.
Exactly.
But in the United Kingdom, there is a register of exercise professionals who which recognizes the qualification and expertise of health enhancing exercising professionals in the UK. Now, should we also adapt a similar strategy?
I think you always learn from the best, so we can adapt that. There is a gentleman that I know, and he runs one of the biggest gyms in the UK. There are 130 all over the UK, who is a Ghanaian, and he's one of the managers there. And we've engaged in this discussion, and we actually have him coming down to educate our staff upholds. So yes, the curriculum is already there, and I think it's easier to just adopt it and follow it in Ghana.
I have a concern, a genuine concern. Now, you walk to certain gyms in Ghana, and you register. They give you a card. They tell you to start exercising. Nothing is checked. You go on the treadmill, and then they tell you after 30 minutes there's going to be an what's it called, aerobics, and the session starts. What should we as citizens look out for if I walk into a gym? What is the first thing or point of call before I even start training?
When you walk in, it's the responsibility of the person who registers you in to make sure that you're educated on the health and safety side. You don't know the equipment, so it's mandatory that you will walk through the equipment. Because when you walk in, you just came in that you want to be part of a gym, so you don't know what to do yourself. But people are left on their own to just go and start working out. And I've heard stories whereby equipment are falling on people because or they're doing things in the wrong way. You know, and it's especially most of these little gyms bringing up, or even the bigger ones. You don't just sit down and do a pulley for your back. You need to be taught how to do it. So these things are really, really important. Once you walk into the gym, the instructors need to walk you through the whole process. This equipment, this is how you use it. This one, this is how you use it. So it's very important that you are taught this.
But I have friends who says I don't have to go to the gym. There are some guys at the corner. They have these metals and it works very fast. What's your advice? Because I'm scared.
I am scared too, because I have used them in the past as well. These equipment, they are raw iron. I mean, if you get a cut from these equipment, tetanus is an issue. These guys doing the posture that you see some of them lifting weights. I mean, now you might have that nice physique. 5 years down the line, your back is going to go. Is that what you're willing to invest in? Or you're willing to invest in the proper gym, pay that extra, and get the proper training? Yeah.
But I'm just wondering, what would be the possible things to be considered violations in the fitness industry?
Health and safety, it's key, and it has to be promoted. Just as in any industry, health and safety has to be promoted. In the fitness industry, you come in, who is going to walk you through this whole fitters back to back? It's critical. You need the professionals to take you through.
You mentioned when someone walks in that you looked at their BMI and some other things. Is that enough? Don't you need like a doctor's report from people before you actually even go ahead to do your little checks in-house?
That could happen if, let's say, you want someone on site to assist you in that. I mentioned earlier, we have a physiotherapist on site who can actually take you through some of those things. A dietitian can help you with your diet. You walking in with
you don't know me exactly. So if how will you trust that this person is healthy? Exactly,
you're not well.
Right.
It's always a challenge. I mean, we take your word for it.
Really?
Yeah. It's always a challenge. We are working with some companies that are very strict, and we've had these issues come up that people have gone in to look for employment here in Ghana, and then they're asking for your medical records to actually before they even employ you, because people are concerned. And if you go for like life insurance, one of the questions they do ask you is about your health.
Right.
Now, my health insurance outside actually pays for my gym. And this is what we are also trying to encourage some of the life or the insurance companies in Ghana to do. They're looking at the premium. You could actually contribute to a person's gym membership.
You talk like, or your posture today or this evening, it's like your gym is very expensive and it's for a certain class in society. I mean, can I say that? Is it just for the middle class?
No, it's not. Anyone can walk into our gym. And I mentioned something earlier. we don't discriminate. You walk in, the fact that you've come to the gym, that means you want to achieve something. So we are able to work with you on our prices. So it's open to everyone, regardless of what class you are. Maybe you're thinking of the locations.
Why don't I believe you? But by the way, how do you handle complaints in your fitness center? Do you have like standard complaints procedure? So I'm unhappy about something, and how do I go about it? I'm asking this because we did a survey, and most people had issues with some of their trainers that they didn't know who to report to. So again, if I should walk into your gym and I'm unhappy about something, is there like a complaints procedure I need to follow to file my complaints?
Yes, there is a complaint procedure. We need to I need to actually do more due diligence on that. But yes, you are welcome to make complaints to a manager on site or even assistant manager. You can make complaints basically to even your fitness instructors for us to take this on. Complaints from our customers is very, very important to us. We've had them at even some of our gyms, and we are working to get with the people who made the complaints to make sure that whatever the issue is fixed.
Now, I need you to describe how you handle customer service situations involving very difficult fitness centers, membership, prospective members too. How would you describe that?
Yes, we've had issues that people have come in, they're working with a specific fitness instructor, and the attitude of the fitness instructor has been quite appalling. It does happen. It's always a matter of having to go back, find out what the situation is, because you always put your customer first. The fitness instructor, sometimes they've had a bad day, but you don't have to take it on your client. So it's a matter of having to engage with the person, the fitness instructor, what the issues are, and then address it, and perhaps replace him with somebody else to take care of that customer.
Ben, we're having this conversation about gym and getting fit because as a nation we need to prolong our lifespan, hence cultivating some very healthy lifestyles. Now, in doing that, what again should we look out for? Now, we mentioned education, and then we said before that we need to be educated on the need to be fit and even to go to a very good gym. Aside that, I mean, I'm sure people are at home like, okay, so I know. So what next?
You do have a car, right? And you do service it regularly, right? If you don't service it, what happens? It breaks down, just as the human body. You need to be looking after yourself. Even, you see, those who can come to the gym can go for walks. Now, this Ebri mountain.
I was going to ask that. Yeah. So apart from hitting the gym, what can I do at home to say, okay, so I think I'm losing weight?
Yeah. So going for walks, watching your diet. We are eating very late as a nation. The ingredients or the content of our food, sometimes you see a plate in front of someone, you're like, wow, that's just for you. So these these are things that
Are you talking to me?
I haven't seen your plate yet.
My goodness.
So yeah, these are things that we need to be aware of. Some people cannot get to gyms because perhaps they are far away from a gym, but you can go for jogs, group jogs. I see early mornings people coming in, and that's in their local language, Omushijama. And then I saw some yesterday morning, and you see the seniors actually in the group going up and down. So yes, we will encourage you as a business to come into a gym, but those who cannot also afford, or some people just don't want to go to a gym, can engage in other exercise outside the gym.
So if I live far away from a gym and I want to have a personal trainer, that concept in itself, it's like a lot of money. Again, how do I have that lifestyle, be at home and have a trainer for less?
I will go a step further. It comes to commitment. Now we have fitness videos like Billy Blank's, all these box exercise and that, which I do myself sometimes.
But you don't know how to do it. I mean, you stretch and then you feel wrong. I do that myself. I'm like, am I doing it right?
Yeah, but they walk you through step by step. So that is also something else that you could look into. Some do engage with personal trainers maybe once a week or once every fortnight to come in. Then they have a program. Then they can be checking on them from time to time. So there are all different ways or different methods of doing this. Yeah.
So I want to know again, what is the recommended amount of physical activity a person should do each week? Some say I want to go to the gym, I want to work every day, I want to exercise in the gym 5 days a week. What would you recommend?
It's what time do you have? When now I go, but not as regular as I used to. But when I was at my peak, which I'm picking up again, I was doing 7 days a week. Why? Because I was working on different parts of the body. So today when I go, I just do my biceps for 45 minutes because I need to get back to work. The next day, I do maybe my back. So for me, if I can recommend at least 3 times a week, looking at your time schedule, at least 3 times a week.
I see.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily a set time that you need to go to the gym, maybe 3 times or 4 times, but if you could, 3 times a week should be enough.
But how would you, again, structure a training program for a senior citizen with a pre-existing condition like diabetes?
So here we look at what you can do. Even what you can do, we can still encourage you. So you come in, we look, okay, it's 45 minutes, something to do with your heart rate. So what exercises can you do? And so we need to look at it critically and then spread it evenly, the number of times you can come into the gym. And that is one of our ultimate prides, especially with the seniors. We make them welcome to come to the gym. And I mentioned someone who is, disabled to come in a wheelchair. We really support these people. Now we have a new site opening up at Ridge, just runs parallel to the Ridge Hospital called Advantage Place. One of the things we are doing is to work with them. We have the team who are actually going to go in and then encourage people who are going through therapy to come into our gym to come and use it, because it's better. It's one of the things is to strengthen your muscles. If you've had a car accident and you need to strengthen your muscles, how do you do that?
But different training for different conditions,
exactly.
Right?
We do have them. And as I said, our equipment are disabled friendly, that you come in, everybody can use our equipment. So it's not just sitting there. You can take up a seat and then wheel your wheelchair in there and do what every other person can do.
I see. Yeah. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You are still watching The Hard Truth. We are proudly brought to you by Murphy Homes Tower and Tower Industrial City. Benjamin Budu-Larbi is here. He's smiling at me and it's confusing me. I'm just thinking about his apps. And I'm like, should he take off the shirt and be naughty? Don't mind me.
Should I?
Oh, no, please. My husband will be very instant, like, why do you look at that? But really, do you have fitness goals? Since we are talking about you, do you have fitness goals for yourself? And if so, what are they?
Yes, I do have goals, and mine, it fluctuates. When I'm at it myself, 6 months, get extra muscles, like biceps, or what we call get big guns. And
I know.
I do have my fitness goals. Usually the person that I want to become, I put the picture on my mirror.
Does that work?
It works.
It doesn't. I was told to. They asked me what size. I said size 6. Okay, so do you have a size 6 dress? I said yes. So hang it in your room. I did. I see it every day. I'm not motivated anyway.
Well, you see it and you're still eating the cakes.
I know.
No, for me, everything that I should say that I have achieved has started off as a goal.
Right.
I put it in front of me. And then I visualize myself getting there. And for me, it's worked. I do read a lot of books, and they are all talking about the same thing. And they all refer back to the Bible, which,
Be healthy.
Exactly. And call the things that are not as though they were. I mean, all these things, there's a reason why they are there for us. And for me, it does work. It does work once you have a goal.
Asking about fitness goals, I asked this before. Now, someone called the office and I said, Akwesi, ask this question for me. Ladies now want to have big butts and slender waists and all of that. And then the person said, is that healthy? So I get this very tight belt on my waist and I start lifting weight and all of that. Would you advise, is that healthy?
It is healthy in a way. Why? Because you see, when you're doing the back exercise, you're supporting your back. So it's healthy. That's if you're doing it right. That is why you need the proper fitness instructor as well as the right equipment to help you support your back in terms of doing that. Yes, I see a lot of women in the gym doing this butt exercises, and yes, they want to get big butts.
And that works?
Yeah, it does work. It's muscle that you are building in there. You know.
So if you stop, what happens to your back?
We're yet to see that one. The before and after picture.
I know.
That's why I say it should become a lifestyle. But hey, we are growing. A time will come, the body will go south. You know, it's not always going to be that tight body. But yes, you keep on doing it. It might not be however you want it, but it will be better than not doing it at all. Yeah. So it's working. I've seen it all over the world. I was in Sao Paulo, and over there, the Brazilian girls, that's all they do when they come to the gym. In Switzerland, I'm seeing both the white and the black girls. That's all they're doing when they come to the gym. That's what is happening.
Where is this thing coming from?
Well, I don't know if
10 years ago, we just wanted to get well and better and be healthy, but where is all this big butt?
Well, I believe people want their curvy shapes, huh? The men are also to play a part.
I see, but what sort of injections? Do we have injections at Paul's gym?
No way. No, it can never happen, and it won't happen. Yes, we hear stories of gyms do this, or people even going to, in the past it was more like silicones that they put in there, but now yes, we've had the injections going. That's not how you were created, fine. You want that it would have its effect at some point. And we see that happening. You go on social media, you see so many pictures of what people did and the effect of it. We have this program in the UK called Botched Doctor or something like that.
Yeah,
and you see people who have had this done and they come in and now they want the doctor to now correct what the issues that they are having. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm reading the questions that we have. Someone also said that she's very huge, she's obese. Now, she wants to hit the gym, but of course, what you're saying, she sees from the video after your skin becomes flabby, and then you have to, do exactly, not necessarily, but operate and cut and go into surgery. At your gym, when big people or fat people come there, do they have to necessarily go through surgery again?
What we'll do, once you've lost the weight, yes, it becomes the excess fat. So that is why we incorporate the weight training, because with the weight you're building the muscles, and the muscles will tighten it. It will not, depending on how you were to how you are now, you will get some benefit, but perhaps you would still think that yes, you have excess weight hanging there.
So the question again would be, do we have clinics or hospitals you can refer such people to here in Ghana?
No.
So they don't have to necessarily go outside to have a surgery done?
We don't have that in place, but I think what we can do is to work with this physio people and our dietitians, and perhaps they could recommend, because our dietitians are actually out and they come on the premises when required. I have this thing with me, and I've gone through it with my wife, that if after having 2 kids and then there's a bit of excess weight around the bed, I mean, she's a health freak, she's at the gym every day, there's excess weight, and if she wants to go under the knife and get rid of it, for me, I don't have an issue. I don't see an issue with that. Some do, religious-wise and that, but for me, it's like putting on makeup. If you feel that you have the money and you want to do it, go under the knife.
Okay, so again, is Pulse ready to have specialized doctors, I would say, on site to pass on such people to them? Not advising, but actually doing it.
We'll have to look at that. Pulse will have to look at it. I mean, this is my individual opinion. We are yet to discuss this with the partners of Pulse as well. If we could look into that, but yes, this is my opinion. And if I do know a few of these doctors, but abroad, and if someone calls
abroad,
me,
what of here?
Yeah. Here. It can be done here, because I know someone who came from Ghana to come and do such. Initially, I was quite surprised. But they say we do have doctors here who also do that. I'm yet to see them. I think we are very smart people, and we should have those people here.
Larbi, give me 3 essential exercises you suggest for your client, and why are these, in your top 3 when they come to you? Give me the exercise you require for them.
Your abs, because if you do have a very strong ab, it does support your whole being as well. And yes, we are very, especially the men in this country, our beers and our carbohydrate food gives us that protruding belly. It might see as a form of wealth, but it's not healthy. It's not healthy. So that's my number 1. Number 2 is the back. Because as I mentioned earlier, I have been a victim of, or not victim, but health-wise, I've suffered from what is called dorsal sclerosis, whereby my spine at the top is curved. So especially during cold seasons, it gives me a lot of pain. But when I was advised to go to the gym and do the weight training on my back, it has actually made a huge difference.
This goes my next question with a friend of mine, Laddie. He had, or he still has it, backaches for years. He's going to the hospital, done physiotherapy, done MRI test and all of that, and it's still there. So you would suggest to come to the gym? To come to the gym
and do specialized weight training. Because what was happening to me as well is...
this is just the back and not the waist.
It's just the back. But what was happening to me is, I think it was my right, which the muscle was bigger than the left. So it was pulling. So by doing the weight training, it evened it out.
I see.
Yeah. And
so you're better now?
Yeah, I am much, much better. Especially, when you have little kids and you're trying to give them a bath in the morning and you can't bend and that.
My goodness.
I went through a lot of pain, and especially during the winter seasons as well. So the back, it's critical, as well as, your chest, your upper body, because all these they work hand in hand. Yeah, so these would be my top 3 areas to work. Also, I'll add a 4th one, the legs, because you could see some people like Popeye. The upper body is so big. Guys go to the gym and they never concentrate on the legs, because you need strong legs to carry that big body. So I'll add a 4th one.
But what are some of the most common exercise injuries people encounter when they come to the gym?
Most common injuries, one, this back exercise, if you don't do it well, even though it's essential, if you don't do it well, you can actually injure your back. Also, you hear people that I came to work on my chest and my chest is really hurting so bad, or my chest is not growing. Why? Because you're not doing it right. The position in which you're even doing the lifting is not right. Now, the squats that a lot of the women are doing, if you are not going down as you're supposed to, you are actually causing damage to your back. Yeah. So overall, all the things, if you don't do it right, you are actually causing harm to your body. You might not see it now, but a few years down the line, that is when it surfaces.
So, see, you've confirmed watching such videos at home, if you don't do it right,
yes, but you see, the videos walk you through step by step. So they're good videos. So not just, a lot of celebrities, oh, I had a baby, now I've come up with a video. You know? You know, so you need people, you need videos of, I mean, the videos of those who cannot get to a gym. I mean, it was a suggestion. You know, they will prefer you to come to our gym. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about nutrition. Very important. Yeah. So you've lost weight and you're supposed to go through strict dieting. We have a lot of carbohydrates in our system. We have a lot of protein, a lot of all of that that can't help you maintain a certain lifestyle. Abroad, that will be very easy to do. Exactly. So what would you advise?
But it's happening here now. Now there's a lot of diet awareness going on. Our food that we do eat in Ghana, you mentioned, we have a lot of carbs.
You eat banku, you eat rice, you eat fufu, you eat...
Basically everything. Yep. I mean, we have carbs on almost all our foods. But it's the portion you are eating, the time, also the combination. I mean, you are having, let's say, banku, and you're having your okra. Your okra, you do have a lot of vegetables and that, as long as they don't put that thing in there, what's it called? Quinoa, or that thing is a killer.
I know.
Yeah, so you see, I should say we do have a balanced diet. And you see, food can be very expensive, so it should also be affordable. I can't stop laughing, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Recently, I was listening to a CEO, and what he mentioned is anything that has a mother and has a head and two eyes, you shouldn't eat. So basically, we should all be vegetarians. So I decided, let me give it a shot and see. And for almost 3 months now, I am doing quite well.
What do you eat?
So what do you eat? I'm eating a lot of beans, a lot of greens. I'm eating my rice.
Is it brown rice or regular rice?
You see, brown rice, it doesn't taste nice.
I know.
But I force myself. I'm still eating white rice, but at a certain cut of time. Yeah, at a certain cut of time. I'm eating a lot of mushrooms now. So this whole red meat thing, once in a while, I am eating it, but it's not like a regular meal that I'm making it that every day I need to eat red meat. Yeah. So the diet, people are saying so many different things. It's just that make sure you eat the right thing.
You talked about Pulse Gym. There are other equally good gyms out there. Why should I leave my gym for Pulse?
You walk in, you see, we have the right ambience, the right environment. You come in, we make you feel welcome. Our instructors are there to help you achieve your goals.
Killer instructors. If you're not ready to work out, you don't go there.
You see, and we are giving you value for money. We don't want you to just lose that money so you just come in and that's it. No, we want to see results, because if you do well, we also do well.
Okay, finally, what should we, simple things, should we put in our day-to-day routine besides, working out to keep fit? So I come to work Monday to Sunday, some work from Monday to Sunday, little exercise or time to exercise, have very little time. So in my coming to work, what must I do to be fit?
Right from when you wake up, I mean, you know that, let's say you wake up at 6 to get things done, you family person. So set a time. It's only you who can do it. So if it's half an hour earlier, you can get up, walk maybe down your street, do some push-ups, you can do some sit-ups. So there are so many things you could do, but try and do that if you don't have time during the day. So set yourself that time, or you could do that after work. So exercise should be a lifestyle. And anything you do 7 days, it becomes a part of you. Some would say 21 days. So you keep on doing, just like faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Amen. But again, we have a president now, a new president or a new government. So what would you say? Is that president doing well?
I have my reservations on some things, but I believe that...
What are your reservations?
I believe they picked up an economy that was struggling. So we should not expect that things will happen overnight. It will take time. And it's a human nature. It's like on a computer. Human patience just lasts for a minute. Like internet. You want to go online and you cannot get online. Right. You kind of like, you start getting frustrated. That is how it is. We as the human beings, or we are part of the government. We need to exercise a bit of patience.
To ask you, is our president doing well?
Our president, I believe he's doing well.
What's he doing that you think it's not enough?
He's doing well. Looking at the economy, how things are going at the moment, he picked up an economy that, I should say, was struggling.
Are you feeling it in your pocket?
The pocket bit is tight everywhere. But I knew that it was going to happen. Yeah, because we have a lot of debt.
So is he doing well again?
Is he doing well? I believe he's doing well.
Thank you so much for talking to the hard truth.
Thank you.
Benjamin Budu-Larbi, Chief Executive Officer of Pulse Gym, has been our guest. Thank you so much, Benji, for coming. Let's hit the gym. Let's be healthy. Let's have a healthy society. And if you have any comments or questions for Pulse, you can tag it on our social media platforms on your screens right now. And you've been watching The Hard Truth. My name is Nana Akosia Kunedu Asante Samuels. Catch a repeat of the program tomorrow morning. It's at 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And we are proudly brought to you by Murphy Homes and our Industrial City. Good night.